Hey, what's up guys? Gonna do a cigar review. About an hour ago or so I had an amazing pea soup. It's a homemade pea soup my friends made, and it was the best I've ever had in my life. And so good that I need a cigar afterwards after this thing. And I'm also really eager to try this one. This is the Padron 1964 anniversary. This one is in a Torpedo shape with the Maduro wrapper. They also have this in natural and of course different shapes as well. It's a box press cigar. It's a 6x52, so 6 inches long, 52 ring gauge. Beautiful looking cigar, really simple and clean. Sorry, I got the sun right in my face today, but hopefully you guys can pick up some of the detail here. I'll show you the bands. These bands are individually serialized. Maybe we'll get some pictures as well as I go throughout this smoke to show you. But really tight box press on this. Sometimes they're kind of wobbly where they're half round, half box. This is a very clean, like perfect box. But anyway, smell on it. It's actually really interesting. I don't have, a million cigars under my belt, but I've had enough where I should recognize something like this. And I've had plenty of Maduro cigars and Maduro wrap cigars, but I can't think of anything specifically that smelled just like this. It's very unique. It's very, very pleasant. Some cigars taste really good, but just initially the smell is kind of a little off-putting, or maybe even too strong. This is perfect. It's a really, really sweet smell. It smells like rich tobacco, but with a little bit of cocoa, or like really, really bittersweet chocolate, like the cooking chocolate you'd have. But it's actually really unique. I like it a lot. I mean, it smells like a cigar, but specifically just a sweet, rich tobacco with just a little bit of really dark chocolate. It's really pleasant though. So anyway, I'm going to cut this. Let's see. Got my cutter here. I'm going to take off just a little bit off the edge. I want to take off probably, you can always cut off more later, so just snipped off about 1/8 of an inch here. Test pull here. Draw seems really good dry. Oh man. Once you snip your end and you do, it's like a pre-draw before you even light the cigar to kind of get the flavor of the dry tobacco without being lit. Actually, it tastes just like it smells. And if the cigar smokes like that, it's going to be amazing. But anyway, just using a butane lighter today. It's my little Ronson. So I'm going to toast the foot here. The purpose of this is just to dry out the very end, get it ready to be lit. You're charring it. All right. All right, so initial impressions. Perfect draw as far as construction. I mean, there's no knots or anything in there. I mean, it is spot on. And with the cut I did, only about 1/8 of an inch down, it's getting good, rich, thick smoke. Wow. All right, well, initially, a lot of pepper, a lot of zing, in the mouth. Definitely pungent, full, not mild. Definitely a full strength, full flavored. Definitely spicy. Man, I hope the sun, I mean, it feels good. It's a brisk fall day here, but the sun, although it's annoying in my face here and it's hard to see, it feels really good. It's warming me up nice. Yeah, just peppery, all around the mouth. The flavor is pretty good so far. Definitely strong, stronger than I'm used to. All right, well, that's what I think initially. What's up, guys? I want to give you an update here. About 5 minutes in, and seems to be a pretty quick burner so far. I mean, 5 minutes, you got about a little less than about half an inch or so. But huge difference already. I can tell you, I've never had this quality of a cigar, and what I mean by that is that the tobacco itself, having aged tobacco in here, you get a really delicious natural sweetness, okay? And it's similar to like some of the flavored cigars where they actually spray on, you know, sugar liquid or whatever they're doing there to give you the sweetness. But it's not like it's the full experience. Like when you have a flavored cigar, a lot of times they'll put it on the outside of the wrapper, so you know, it just, when you lick your lips, you could taste it sweet. It's different. It's real. It's part of the entire construction, the entire cigar. The tobacco itself is just, it's phenomenal. I really have never had something to this level. It's just, it's naturally sweet, but not too sweet. It's that perfect combination. As far as flavors, right now it dropped down for me, and it's more of like a medium. Well, for strength, it's kind of a medium body. That initial kick and the pepper, it was very strong, but it mellowed out a little bit already. As far as flavors, just a straightforward, just a really good, rich, very, very smooth tasting natural tobacco, and I would imagine that's because of the aged leaf that's in here for the filler. It's really something else. So far the burn's perfect, no issues at all. The ash is perfect, but it's, you know, it's early yet for that. If I didn't mention already, it's a fully Nicaraguan cigar. It's a Maduro wrapped, but you know, the binder, the filler, it's all Nicaraguan tobacco, and it is aged tobacco, and so far it's really, really good. There's no specific flavors yet. And as I would imagine with this one, from what I understand, it is transitional, and as things progress and time goes on and it gets, you know, smaller and smaller, things do kind of change. But for me right now, just a steady, really smooth, kind of a, leaves a very silky feel in your mouth. Not heavily oily or like a greasy. Sometimes you have cigars and it leaves like a film in your mouth. This, you have that little bit of film from the smoke, but it's a very smooth, silky feeling. And yeah, so far, I mean, as far as flavors, just straight up good, rich tobacco. It's very pleasurable. Nothing harsh, nothing too in your face either, so kind of medium bodied. But it actually has flavor, some real flavor. So anyway, I'm really impressed already, and like I said, 5 minutes in, so I'm gonna keep smoking this and enjoying it. By the way, I am drinking some water with this, just to keep my mouth kind of moist. Most cigars could tend to dry your mouth out a little bit, you know, if you're not having something with it to drink. But of course, I don't want to have anything flavored to change what I'm picking up on the cigar itself. So anyway, that's all. Just want to give you a quick little update. That pepper dropped off pretty much right away, mellowed out, just really smooth. Great smoking experience so far. About 17 minutes in right now. I'm actually watching the clock to see how long these cigars last. So 17 minutes in, you can see where I am with burn time and how much ash I have so far. Ash is holding on great. Burn's still fine. A little wavy here and there, but not a problem at all. But what is a problem, I shouldn't say a problem, but my initial cut is a little bit small. And as I start smoking more and you get tar buildup and stuff, you don't get as much of the output, cigar smoke output. Not a problem though. What's nice about this is that with the torpedoes, you can keep taking some off if you only take a little at first. So I'm actually going to do another cut here. Take another 1/8 of an inch off or so. And of course that made me lose my ash, which is okay. And I want to see if that's going to help with my draw. Oh my god. It's like night and day. What a difference, just that little bit. Initially I left myself with a small, gauge, so all that smoke has to draw through the leaf, and there was a little bit more resistance that I wanted. So just by snipping off a little bit more there, huge difference in smoke output. Actually, you know what? Even change the flavor a little bit. Alright, well, I might as well give you a flavor update now that it's kind of changing. It went from a straight rich, sweet tobacco. And it kind of was very creamy, and it kept that creaminess, but it actually has the flavor of cream. A little bit. Very subtle, but it's also mixed with that dark chocolate. Kind of what I was smelling on the wrapper and even the foot in the beginning. I'm starting to actually taste that a little bit. So if you get one of these initially and you just, you know, even if you're in the store looking at one and you smell that wrapper, if you have the availability to, that flavor is coming through. Just really deep dark chocolate, really creamy, still a very silky feel in the mouth, and a long finish. Like, I'm still tasting it now as if I just, you know, took a puff of it, you know. It's really pleasant. There's nothing bad at all about this cigar so far. We'll see what happens. We have a lot left here. But, that draw is perfect now. Absolutely perfect, just by opening it up a little bit. Really nice. So that's all. I'm going to give you another update as time progresses here. As far as strength, definitely medium to full-bodied. Almost, I might even say it is a full-bodied cigar, like on the low end. But with that power, you're getting a lot of flavor. The flavors I'm getting out of this are extremely strong, and like I said, a really long finish too. Alright, real quick update here. The sun is full-blown out, which is nice because it's nice and warm now. But I got a little whiff of this because it's sitting in the ashtray, and I got one of these crystal ashtrays from them. I got this cigar and ashtray from chewtobacco.com. Talked about that in the first video, but awesome website. Last second I ended up getting this ashtray, and I'm glad I did because I was kind of using makeshift things for ashtrays, and it's perfect. And this thing weighs a ton. Solid crystal. It's got, I can't really tilt it because of the, well, there we go. It's got a tobacco leaf design on the bottom, which is pretty cool. But awesome. But the reason I'm telling you this is because it's just resting here right now, resting in between smoking it, and I'm getting kind of a room note from the smoke gently because the breeze died down a little bit, so the smoke's just kind of gently in the air here, and I was smelling it, and it's really pleasant room note too. If you ever walk to a room and you smell a cigar, sometimes it could be a little off-putting, sometimes it's kind of like, ooh, what is that? This is definitely, ooh, what is that? It's really good, sweet, rich tobacco smell. So just something to note. Anyway, that's it. I'll give you another update because the flavors haven't changed any since the last update. If I could tell you what a difference doing that extra little cut on the end there. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it a little bit since I'm smoking it. It's a review, right? Flavors are still in and around the same. Really creamy, really smooth smoke itself. The aged tobacco leaf flavor. The chocolate's picked up more, and it's more of a just straight, if you were to eat baker's chocolate. Before it was kind of subtle. It was in the kind of in the finish, but now it's on the draw. Very predominantly dark chocolate, which is nice. And there's something else kind of in the background on the finish that I can't quite make out yet. It's something I've never really had, and it's unique. It's vaguely familiar, but I don't really know what it is. This sun is right in my face. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it. As soon as I figure it out, I'll let you know, but whatever it is, it's good. It's unique. It's different. But as far as construction, doing perfect. Could not ask for a better burning cigar. And you know, it's amazing, that little tiny cut. I'm surprised. I mean, I've smoked a couple torpedoes before, and the other ones I've had, the construction's been really poor and they've unraveled. This one's perfect. Alright guys, an update here because there's a complete flavor change. By the way, I am 34 minutes in, and you can see at least the halfway point. It's getting down, not down to the wire, but it's definitely getting smaller. But anyway, yes, that little something something I was talking about before, I know what it is now because the flavor got stronger, and it's coffee. But not like, the only coffee I've ever had in a cigar, like the real strong coffee flavor, has been more of a sweetened coffee, like light, you know, coffee's light and sweet with cream and sugar in it. This is just a straightforward, like, just black coffee or coffee grinds, freshly ground coffee grinds. Just like bitter coffee, but I don't have a bitter taste. It's just that straight coffee, but mixed with... It's weird because there's a lot of different things. Some cigars I've had where you had one flavor, you know, specifically one-dimensional cigars where the entire thing was just one flavor. It's distinctive. There's a couple different things going on, but it's all kind of mixing together. And like when you first draw in, you're tasting this, and then, you know, you blow the smoke out, then you taste this, and then on the finish, it's changing again. It's really unique. I've never had something transition like this before in that sense. But that same sweet tobacco is there. It's been consistent from the start. That same cream kind of flavor, light cream flavor, but very creamy smoke to begin with. The real dark chocolate, baker's chocolate, or even cocoa powder flavor, and now mixed in with a more predominant black coffee. And it's really unique. It's really good. The draw is perfect. The ash just fell off before I turned the camera back on. The ash has been consistently falling off in like perfect 1-inch chunks. So great for as far as construction. The burn's fine. The burn keeps getting a little bit like wobbly, but it always straightens itself out. It's not tunneling or canoeing or having any problems at all as far as construction. And the draw is great. Lots of thick, rich smoke, and you still have that silky feeling that's left in your mouth afterwards. Fantastic. Fantastic. I've never had a cigar that's done everything that this one's done in all the different ways. I've had other cigars that construction's been great. You know, that's nor here or there. Some cigars smoke good, some cigars don't. But I never had one that's been this well-rounded with flavors. And I have to compare it to the whiskeys that I've tried before, the difference between a young whiskey and an old whiskey. A young whiskey's wild, kind of like tart in, like, I don't know how to explain it. The flavors are like shocking, bold, but sharp. The edges are sharp, whereas like an aged whiskey or an older whiskey that's been sitting in the barrels longer, it's just it's mellowed out is the best way I can explain it. Really mellowed out, and it's transitioned into tobacco in this case, where I really have that overall just better experience, to be honest. You know, other cigars taste great. I've had some cigars that really tasted good, and this one has a fantastic flavor, but there's just something about it that the overall experience is really nice. And like I said, with the flavors kind of transitioning all together within one draw, that's really unique to me. I've never had anything like that yet, except for now, and I really enjoy it. It's a fantastic stick. And like I said, after having that primo pea soup, and I know pea soup sounds gross, but for some people anyway, but man, it was perfect. Lots of bacon in it and ham, and oh god, good stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at with flavor. I don't really want this one to end. I'm really looking forward to that Padron Magnum. I don't know, that big long one. It might still kick my butt. As far as like strength, definitely full-bodied, and I definitely wouldn't recommend this for maybe a first cigar ever. I think it'd be a little too much. You might get sick. Generally speaking, people who, at least I do, and every single person I've ever talked to, when they first smoke cigars, they smoke them too fast. It's, you know, the entire time you're just puffing on it, and that's not the way to do it. You take a puff or two, and then you put it down, you let it rest, you enjoy life, and you're not just sucking on it the whole time. I mean, that's not a good way to do it. You're gonna get sick doing that. But it's really, really good. Alright guys, this is where I'm at, and the 1 hour mark. Again, I'm kind of close to the band here, so I'm going to take the band off. And I know these are a little bit tricky because they're real tight bands, but another flavor change as well. It's almost spot on with the 1 hour mark. The pepper from the initial light is coming back a little bit, but very subtle, and also on the finish, not the draw. The draw is that same dark chocolate, sweet tobacco, a little bit of cream flavor. So, I mean, the transitions on this are amazing. I love that there is different things to look forward to, and it is transitioning from one flavor to the next, and they all kind of still melt together. But in addition to the pepper coming back, I'm also getting a little bit of leather. And the leather, just like the pepper, is only on the finish, not on the draw. So it's really unique. Still love it. The construction's perfect. I mean, it's like spot on, like every single inch that ash wants to, boom, fall off. So I'm actually holding all the ashtray. And there you go. It's perfect. But I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to take the band off and continue smoking it because it's that good. Something else about this this stick is that it's burning a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it'd be about a 45-minute smoke. From that initial light, burning so quickly. Maybe the tobacco's a little looser there. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm surprised and happily surprised that it's lasting longer than an hour. So I'm at an hour here, and I'm guessing I can get maybe at least 15-20 minutes left, if not more. So I'm gonna get the band off. Let's see if I can get it off here on camera. Because the tobacco leaf is warm underneath, and because it's a box press, it helps out a little bit too. But basically, I'm just pushing down on both sides here, because I like to get these bands off in one piece if I can, instead of breaking them open. And believe it or not, I save every single band. I have every band from every cigar I've ever smoked, ever. And yes, in the future, I will show it to you. I'm able to slide this a little bit now. And this is a double band. The outside one is the Padron one, and on the interior is a separate band with the serial number. There we go. Alright. Be gentle, careful not to rip your wrapper. So there we go. That's good. And then here's the double band. And I'll just keep it together. It's kind of glued together anyway. Okay, man, this sun's right in my face. Hopefully you guys can see this. If I hold it right. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know, I'll take a picture of it and I'll insert a picture. But anyway, that's it. If I have another transition or anything, I will let you know. So just a quick little update here. Yeah, a little bit of pepper on the finish, as well as a little bit of leather, which is really nice. See you in a little bit.